Figure it out.
Heather Locklear got arrested again, by the way.
No, she wouldn't dare.
I know. Crazy, isn't it?
She wouldn't dare. That
Crazy.
little peach, that little dove.
Boy.
That little lamb.
I have a hard time believing it. I can't believe it. To this day, there has been 2 showstoppers that have walked into a room and everybody stopped and was like, oh my God, that's 3. That's the most beautiful woman of all time. Jessie Wiseman. Heather Locklear.
Shut up. Yeah.
And Gwen Stefani, where I physically saw rooms stop and thousands of people were just like, oh God. And you didn't know who it was at first because they were too far away, but there was just this aura. And Heather Locklear was the first one that I had seen in Hollywood. I was a waiter at the Emmys.
Right.
And there was what's that?
Schwing.
Yeah. And there was a governor's ball afterwards where everybody came. So the Emmys was connected to the governor's ball. Everybody came and had dinner and then went to whatever parties they were going to for that night. And Heather Locklear walked in and just dropped the room, or it was just like, oh my God. And I was standing next to Jay Moore and Dennis Miller.
Okay.
And to hear those two talk about her coming into the room. And it was just amongst themselves. Like they didn't know that I was in the background setting up a table. And they were like, oh God, Dennis Miller.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's as if the fucking queen walked in.
Yeah,
like
right.
I feel like I should bow or kneel or something. And Jay Moore on top of him was
dirty ass.
Oh, dirty ass Jay Moore was like, oh God, I would
motorboat
drag my balls through a fucking cheese grater at high speeds to get inside her tub to, and I was like, Christ. And I got caught up in the moment. It was almost as if a spotlight was shining on her and wasn't. And we were like, oh my gosh. And then she walked by and went to the bar and all of us, it was like that scene in Caddyshack where they're looking at the blonde come walk into the pool and then go up onto the diving board and make the perfect dive. That's where we were all like, it was just like, oh my God, I don't know what to do with myself. It's Heather Locklear.
Yeah.
And she carried herself with such grace and
class, it seems like.
Yes. So I didn't understand, like all of these fucking crazy stories, I didn't understand. And I was like, the first one I chalked up, it was like, she had too much champagne at a party.
Sure.
No bigs.
Do your thing, girl.
Yeah.
You do you. Hot and crazy. Love it.
Yeah. Then there was a domestic dispute at the house with, she used to date Jack Wagner, the big soap opera star.
Yes. That was brief, wasn't it?
It was a couple years, few years. But good looking dude.
Yeah.
Good looking lady. And the cops were called and he had something like either a scratch or like a large slap or something on his, like punched him. I don't know what it was. All they said in the police report that it appeared as if Jack Wagner was physically abused by her. Okay. And there was a large marking on his face from a physical altercation, but they didn't take a guess as to what it was. And she got hauled off for that. And it was like, all right, maybe Jack Wagner was cheating on her.
Sure, I don't know. We let it go
Still,
again. We
giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Sure, because
then she got
so hot.
Yeah, so hot that it couldn't be. She couldn't be crazy.
She couldn't also be crazy because that's not how it works, guys. Right?
Because usually when they're so hot, it's like, hey man, the guy is lucky to have them.
Yeah.
That there shouldn't be any problems there whatsoever.
Never.
Then she got popped for the DUI.
Sure, in that mugshot, you thought,
I thought, well, look, having been that trashed, she still looked great in that mugshot.
You think?
Still
looked a little puffy, but sure.
Yeah, a little puffy, but look, you're partying, raging. She's got to be 60 at this point. Yeah, still holding up well. Good for her.
Sure.
That's an okay, decent mugshot. Now she got.
But you thought with that, we all have DUIs. No big.
You know what I thought? And this is totally dead honest. Malibu. She's a parent. She's a mom. Probably at a mom function. Out with the moms in Malibu. Maybe having a sushi dinner. They had a little too much sake. She probably took her Xanax early in the evening, and it was just like one bottle of sake.
All kinds of excuses.
I'm assuming all of this in my mind still, and I'm like, Nobu, ladies, book club,
sure,
had a little piece of Xanax, thought she could make it home in time. Xanax kicked in too early.
Yeah.
Boom, she's all over the road.
Malibu, it's entrapment. They have so many cops there, and it's like no one really drives past.
Which is true.
9. That is actually true.
Malibu,
that is true.
It's got the most cops on the planet. You'll get pulled over for nothing.
Absolutely.
They're looking to arrest everyone.
Having said that, what happened?
Still gave her the benefit of the doubt.
What happened to her now?
She got arrested again for domestic violence again. As a woman getting arrested for domestic violence. Now you're into some white trash shit where it's like,
oh, now you're
multiple charges of domestic violence.
Yeah.
As a woman.
It took you a while, but yeah,
Long time.
now you're on the side of
Long
reason.
Time.
Yeah.
Now I think she's crazy, but like really fucking crazy.
Sure, substance abuse.
Yeah.
Issues,
and they said in the article
trash.
that it was a long history of substance abuse, and I was like, has it? Has it been like, or was she
because
partying?
In your mind, she's just having champagne.
A hot, flirty little partier.
Yeah, and these are isolated incidents, and she gets caught every time she does something.
Yes. Yeah, and it's just, she's had a real bad case of bad luck.
She can't do anything wrong because she gets caught.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Bad luck.
She goes outside the line just a little bit.
Yep.
Boom.
Colors outside the line.
It's like they're looking for her.
Teacher is there to smack her hand away. You colored outside the line. That's what I saw it as.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to think like, hey, either she's got like a hardcore alcohol and drug problem, or she's just super white trash and that's her fucking jam and how she gets
probably
down.
A combination. Yeah. It's
I
probably
don't know her background. I don't know her history. But now I'm curious is to dig into her life and find out where she's from. Like if I start looking her up and it comes back as, hey, she was born in Panama City, Florida, or any part of Florida, for that matter, then I know she's a box full of crazy from birth. And it's like, hey, I told the story of the girl who's born in the resort town in Florida and got bit on the tit. There is something in the fucking water there, more than gators, that
at like seasonal towns
makes girls crazy in Florida.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen anything like it. And dudes, it's the same way. It's like Franco from Spring Breakers, you know, spring break. People, men and women who were born and raised in Florida, it's fucking weird. And I spent a year of my life there. My dad got transferred to right outside of Tampa, Clearwater, Florida. And so I spent one full year there, my 7th grade year. And I can tell you firsthand, like, it is fucked there. It's just a weird vibe and a weird environment. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's the heat.
Yeah, there's a couple different like theories and factors, right? Where it's just like, why is it so much crazy shit happens?
I don't know, but there's a lot of drugs. There's like on all aspects and like from an early age. Because like I look, my parents tried to put me in the nicest school system and all of that shit. We lived in a decent area, neighborhood. All the houses are ranch style. It's so goddamn hot every day. I really can't emphasize that. Like, you either are used to it and you're out in it, or you're fat and you stay in the house. Like, but I don't know what's with the fucking people there. So if I look and see that she's a Florida gal, guess what? Boom, case closed. She's not. Where's she from?
Well, even better.
Okay.
In my eyes, definitely produces some crazy. Born in Los Angeles.
Oh, fuck. Well, there's your answer.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Born in Los Angeles. Her father was a career officer in the United States Marine Corps.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Then that's strange then.
I know.
Maybe the dad was super strict and she's rebelling against the dad. Also, being that hot at an early age, like if you're in LA that hot at an early age, you know she's doing coke at the Viper Room at fucking 16, 17 years old. Yeah,
she was at a sorority in UCLA. Like, she is in the system.
Born and bred LA.
And then just started working right after that. Yeah. So she never had, like, she had a little bit of a normal life.
She never had a break outside of LA. Yeah.
Yeah. She never.
There's your answer.
She never lived, like,
Nope. There you go.
LA.
That, you know what's funny? That would have been my next guess. I would have said either Florida or there. Boom. That's it. So case closed, Judge Judy.